Sometimes I think about how easy it is to love a character who doesn't interrupt the story. We grow up hearing about Sita as if she's carved in stone, calm, devoted, unshakable, almost too composed to be real. And I never questioned it. I accepted her the way we accept monuments. You don't ask a monument how it felt, you just admire it. But while reading The Forest of Enchantments, something felt different. It wasn't explosive, nothing happens that we don't already know. She just starts speaking. And once she does, you can't go back to the marble version. You start hearing pauses, you start noticing weight in certain memories. You begin to sense that endurance has a texture, and that texture is human. There's this quiet pattern in epics where when someone suffers silently, we elevate them. We call it strength, we call it purity, we build idols around it. But we rarely sit with what the silence contains. Sita's silence has always kept the story stable. Her patience allows the exile to remain noble. Her composure keeps the hero intact. Her restraint protects the moral frame. When she narrates her own life, those clean edges soften. You feel the calculations around her. You feel the loneliness inside decisions that were labeled necessary. And suddenly, the story isn't about righteousness, it's about cost. The abandonment feels different when she explains it from within. You can sense that reputation mattered, that the image of a king had to remain untarnished. And she understands that. She is not naive. That awareness makes it heavier. It means she isn't just a victim of fate. She is someone who sees the machinery turning around her. What moved me most is that Sita exists before the trials. She's curious, grounded, connected to the earth in a way that feels intimate. Her life doesn't begin at marriage. She has an interior world long before the epic demands a sacrifice from her. Once you see that, the test stops feeling symbolic. They feel intrusive. The fire ordeal is a perfect example. From outside, it looks grand, ritualistic, almost cinematic. From inside her voice, it feels exposed. Public reassurance packaged as virtue. Her body becomes proof. Everyone else feels secure. You left wondering who asked whether she felt secure. And then you start thinking about why silence mattered so much. Because silence keeps stories simple. If she openly challenges, things get complicated. If she questions authority, the moral structure trembles. If she expresses anger, the hero becomes layered. Silence protects clarity. The clarity is comforting. There's something painfully modern about that. We still admire quiet endurance. We still get uncomfortable when someone names their hurt clearly. It's easier to praise resilience than to comfort what created the wound. Sita narrating her own story shifts that dynamic. She doesn't attack anyone. She doesn't dismantle this epic. She just tells it from inside her own skin. And that alone changes the emotional center. By the end, her withdrawal feels different too. It doesn't feel like an escape. It feels like refusal. A refusal to continue being evidence. A refusal to be displayed as virtue. It's calm. It's steady. It's deeply personal. And somehow, that calmness is stronger than outrage would have been. I think what stayed with me the most is this. For centuries, Sita survived as an idea, an ideal wife, an ideal woman, an ideal sacrifice. But ideas don't feel tired, ideas don't feel conflicted, ideas don't lie awake wondering if anyone saw what they gave up. When Sita tells her story, she stops being an ideal. She becomes someone who lived through it, and that feels closer to the truth. And once you have heard her like that, you can't reduce her again. She's not a monument anymore. She is a voice. And voices stays with you in a way statues never do.